Hey, it's Kim at Geranium Lake Flowers, and welcome to our channel where it's everything flowers and fun creative projects. And please subscribe and hit that little alert bell for upcoming videos. Today we are doing roses, my favorite, 3 different ways. We have a traditional deluxe dozen, a modern arrangement, and this beautiful compote. Why roses? Well, I love them, and they are the most popular and well-known flower in the world. They're easily available everywhere. You can grow them. And if you're thinking to yourself, but I don't like roses, then you haven't seen the right combination, because roses come in thousands of different colors and all different varieties. You're gonna love it. There's a beautiful assortment of greenery, and be sure and check out all the ferns, but just get stuff that has a lot of texture. And you can see the beautiful silver dollar uke on the table. It's so gorgeous. Then you're gonna need your tools like the clippers and the knife, and I also have a rose stripper, and if you don't have that, you can use a normal towel to take off those thorns. And then there's the tape for the compote arrangement, so you can use regular Scotch tape or waterproof tape. If you're at home, I would consider using a little receptacle bucket, because you don't want to throw all your stems on the floor. And then here comes the fun part, the flowers. And we have all sorts of beautiful roses in all different colors, and it's gonna be amazing. And there's some peonies snuck in back there. I got them from New Zealand. As always, thanks to Bill Duran and Company for providing these beautiful flowers. Thank you. Hey, I have a quick tip for you. You know when you get flowers at the grocery store and it comes with that little packet of flower food? Below in the description is a super easy DIY recipe to make it yourself. You know it's summertime and you smell that smell and you think, a dead possum is in my house. But really, it's just the flowers rotting. So check this out. 50% bleach, 50% water, a few drops, it'll kill that bacteria. Try it. We're gonna start with our first deluxe dozen rose arrangement. This is a little bit more traditional. It's still favored by a lot of men on Valentine's Day, but I'm gonna show you a quick, easy way to glam it up. So one way is you're gonna start with these beautiful pussy willow branches, and they look so good. They're especially kind of a sign of spring. And then you're gonna start greening it in. I have a variety, like I just put seeded eucalyptus in. I have this camellia leaf. I'm gonna have some fern, and if anybody wants to get me a present, I want a Lazy Susan. I'm joking, you don't have to get me a present, but look how cute it is. Would it be to just spin it around for you? So I want you to relax and just have fun, and you can kind of see, I don't really need to cut these greens because they're pretty sturdy, but I am going to cut the roses for sure. So I'm just kind of creating a structure so the flowers will hold. And then the more greens you put in everything, it'll hold up your flowers. So you just give, especially the hydrangea, a nice fresh cut. I typically use hydrangea as a green. I know, weird. But it's just so fluffy. It has beautiful foliage, and I love it so much. And so yeah, so keep kind of adding some beautiful greenery. And so in this dozen roses, it's kind of more of a traditional shape, right? So I'm gonna do 1 rose here, I'm gonna do 4 here, and then I'm gonna do 7 on the next level. So a lot of people use baby's breath or kind of a filler. I just like to spend my attention and money on greenery, because I think it just looks so good. Because look how good it looks already with just all the variety of greenery. These aspidistra leaves are so beautiful. Sometimes you can even take a stapler and staple it. It looks so good if you want kind of a rounded leaf. And then right now I'm getting ready for my roses. So this is a little bit of the tricky part, but you can do it. I believe in you. So you're gonna take your center rose, it's gonna be about right here, and you're gonna measure it against your table. So what I do is I put it right here. Sometimes I put my clippers right here, and then I give it a fresh cut and then put it there, and that becomes my center flower. And so then I'm gonna do 4 around there. So pretty standard. Traditional Dozen Roses. I still get a lot of orders for red roses. This is kind of a fun corally red. I'm spinning around. So you can see my next level is the 4 roses, so that makes 5, right? Sometimes with dozen roses, I like have to keep counting because I get in the zone. I'm like, oh my God, I just did 11. So then you're gonna go ahead and put the 7 remainder on the second level. So think of it as a different story. Like this would be the top, second, first story, yeah. And then go ahead and put these in there like that. Keep spinning and give everything a fresh cut. And then at the end, sorry, I lost my train of thought because these thorns stopped me in my tracks. So you can pick off the thorns like this, or you can use the rose stripper that we saw earlier in the tool section, or you can use the cloth. But why it stopped me in the tracks is I couldn't really put the flower in the arrangements because the thorns were grabbing, if that makes sense. I think my sticks are a bit wonky, so I think I'm gonna see if I can pull this out and kind of put it more in a center spot. I'm gonna go ahead and give my flowers a count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can see that I had the flowers counted out on my table, so I should have just looked at my table. But sometimes in the flower shop we do that. We put the flowers in our kind of allotted budget, counted out on in a separate receptacle, because then that way we don't go over budget and we make money. Yeah. And roses should last a good 4 to 7 days. A quick tip is you can take your arrangement and put it out on the patio as long as it's not dipping into freezing temperatures, and only bring your flowers in the daytime when you're enjoying it, and use your outdoors as a refrigerator. So I'm thinking that this is pretty beautiful. I think I need to add a few more pieces of fern. And you can see this arrangement has a lot of movement now. And so another thing you can do is you can kind of lift it up and kind of shake everything down and make it look fantastic. This looks good. I love it. And I'm not a fan of Traditional Dozen Roses, but check it out. You love? Okay, our second arrangement is super modern Pave, kind of named after those diamond rings we all have, right? No, maybe some of you. But anyway, we are gonna make kind of a flush, lush, beautiful bouquet of blush roses. I know I said blush too many times, but anyway, this is super cute. So you wanna just kind of style them in your hand and just kind of make a beautiful symmetrical arrangement. And then you can I'm gonna show you how to do it a couple ways. You can take this big long leaf and you can wrap it around, and it works really awesome. So you're gonna go ahead and just clip this stem, and then you just kind of plunge the bouquet in the water, and you can kind of see how perfect it looks, because oh wow, that looks magical. Oh my God. So it almost looks like it's suspended in the water. And so especially on this side, when you see the fold, literally you guys, that took 15 seconds. So that's one beautiful way to do it. This is really a great presentation for, someone who might be a little bit more design savvy. If you have even men out there, you guys can do this easily. Like, I think you'd win a lot of points. So I'm gonna show you this side first. I'm gonna go ahead and put this little leaf on the back side as well, and it looks so good. And I love it, it's so cute. So you can kind of see it just looks beautiful. Be sure and put a couple drops of bleach in there, because then that will make it hold for a long time. Okay, we're on to the third arrangement. This is more of an organic compote, kind of asymmetrical arrangement. And you can see as I'm multitasking, I am putting this waterproof tape and I'm making a grid. just because I don't want to use floral foam, which is that green stuff. It's not biodegradable, so I'm staying away from it. And you can kind of see I'm building this grid. And then I also put this flower frog in the middle. And this has these kind of like little bit like nails welded to this steel base. And these are great because they control the flowers and they hold the flowers. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the grid the other way. You don't have to measure or anything, just keep it simple, you guys, because really all we wanna do is hold the flowers. You wanna make sure you cover your mechanics with all the greenery, all these little tape pieces. We don't wanna see that. Once I get my grid, I'm gonna do one piece all the way around the edge so it stays. Okay, so it looks really good. So then we're gonna start, right? So this is beautiful. I'm gonna move it a little bit more forward. I'm gonna position my frog so I can see it. And then I'm gonna start putting my pieces in. And you can see I'm being kind of careful. I don't have to be this careful, but so I'm gonna use these beautiful privet berries to cover my mechanics, and I'm just gonna start like putting things in. And this is really a beautiful arrangement because it's kind of loose and it is a little bit more whimsical and a little bit more movement than the other two arrangements we've made. So just keep putting in your greenery and just be patient with yourself because it just takes a while. I really want to get my greenery all set before I put in the flowers. And again, this beautiful privet berry is so sexy. It just kind of drips over the side, covers all my mechanics. I found it in the cooler today and I just like, oh, I gotta have you. A lot of times, you can use a lot of stuff in your yard. I'm not sure where you all live, but we have camellia, magnolia. There's all sorts of foliage that's still around and not frozen yet. And you can really see, like, when my designers are first starting out, I have them make their composition without flowers and just greenery, because that teaches them to kind of make this beautiful arrangement. So I think I'm getting close to wanting to use the flower, and you can kind of see I'm getting in the zone. I'm stepping back, I'm looking at my flowers. I really want to make sure all that tape is covered. So, and now it's time for the beautiful garden roses. So I want you to relax, and I want you to turn on the Fleetwood Mac and just, you know, turn on your fountain and just get in the zone. So this arrangement is gorgeous, and you can really use it as a statement piece. You can use it as a beautiful hostess gift. And I'm gonna start building on the shape a little bit in the flower frog. So you can kind of see that guy is just like, hello, I look so good up here. I'm on fire. And he's good. So I feel like I need another tall guy. So I am like doing kind of a asymmetrical look and really going with this cool line. Yeah, so I feel like we're gonna use this beautiful peony, and I'm gonna open it up a little bit. You can kind of see I'm moving it with my hands, and this is Sarah Bernhardt. I got a tiny box of these because they're kind of a small fortune from New Zealand, because it's spring in New Zealand. They have beautiful flowers there, and I love the flowers that I get. They're so pretty. I might need some lily grass because I need that line. So like I said, just get lost and don't think too much. Just really enjoy the process. The more time you take, so sometimes the more you fuss. So if you just really relax a little bit and not try and correct kind of shapes or, you know, kind of a look, or I don't know, if you don't like the right line, just flow. Pretty, right? Yeah, so I think this puppy is done. I could just sit here for hours and, you know, mess with the fern and fluff with the roses, but at the end of the day, it looks exquisite. Okay, and here they are, roses 3 different ways. Do you love them? So here's the Deluxe Dozen, here's the Pave Modern, and here's this beautiful sprawling Compote. I love it so much. Oh my God, thank you so much for watching. If you want more and you loved it, please subscribe. And I love you guys so much. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.